The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. The greatest and most important problems of life are all fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved, but only outgrown. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. In each of us, there is another whom we do not know. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. The first half of life is devoted to forming a healthy ego. The second half is going inward and letting go of it. Knowledge rests not upon truth alone, but upon error also. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. We cannot change anything unless we accept it. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. Looking outwards has got to be turned into looking into oneself. Discovering yourself provides you with all you are, were meant to be, and all you are living from and for. Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. How can I be substantial if I do not cast a shadow? I must have a dark side also, if I am to be whole. I don't aspire to be a good man. I aspire to be a whole man. A dream that is not understood remains a mere occurrence. Understood, it becomes a living experience. Shrinking away from death is something unhealthy and abnormal, which robs the second half of life of its purpose. There's no coming to consciousness without pain. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. Midlife is the time to let go of an over-dominant ego and to contemplate the deeper significance of human existence. The debt we owe to the play of imagination is incalculable. The pendulum of the mind oscillates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. The capacity for directed thinking, I call intellect. The capacity for passive or undirected thinking, I call intellectual intuition. To ask the right question is already half the solution of a problem. To me, dreams are part of nature, which harbors no intention to deceive, but expresses something as best it can. If there is anything that we wish to change in the child, we should first examine it and see whether it is not something that could better be changed in ourselves. Where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power predominates, love is lacking. The one is the shadow of the other. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. It all depends on how we look at things, and not on how things are in themselves. A particularly beautiful woman is a source of terror. As a rule, a beautiful woman is a terrible disappointment. In all chaos, there is a cosmos. In all disorder, a secret order. The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. For better to come, good must stand aside. No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell. Great talents are the most lovely and often the most dangerous fruits on the tree of humanity. They hang upon the most slender twigs that are easily snapped off. The healthy man does not torture others. Generally, it is the tortured who turn into torturers. One looks back with appreciation to the brilliant teachers, but with gratitude to those who touched our human feelings. The curriculum is so much necessary raw material, but warmth is the vital element for the growing plant and for the soul of the child. Through pride, we are ever deceiving ourselves, but deep down below the surface of the average conscience, a still small voice says to us, something is out of tune. The creation of something new is not accomplished by the intellect, but by the play instinct acting from inner necessity. The creative mind plays with the objects it loves. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic be alcohol or morphine or idealism.